All right. Well, happy Sunday to everyone who's watching this. I pray that all is well with you and your family. We give thanks for this moment in time for us to be able to come together with the effort of raising our frequency towards divinity, helping us to continuously remember the reality of God so that we can walk in that reality. As we walk this walk, may we continue to keep our hearts light and may our courage continue to be strong on our journey. We give thanks in advance for the beauty that's to come out of this session. Ashe, 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 oh amen, 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 amen. So I have been reflecting lately on, you know, some of what I was saying before I pressed record, how, we are in a age where many are calling it new age, but what's happening is it's becoming more difficult as the days go by to live your life in the external, depending upon external things to give you that life force energy that you need to experience happiness, joy, expansion, growth, all of those beautiful things that we should be experiencing naturally because we have breath in our bodies. So external validation, right? External security, all of these different type of things, for many generations, we have been conditioned to depend upon things that's outside of ourselves to attain levels of what we deem to be success, or to attain levels of love, security, all of these different type of things. From primary, elementary school, we've been taught that there's a standard that we must live up to. And if you don't live up to that standard, then you are not smart. You are not eligible. You are not ready. You are whatever it may be. If you don't live up to a certain standard that has been set for you. And any level of curriculum that has it where it's by individual basis on what is deemed to be success is a unique and innovative curriculum. When in actuality, by nature, we all are unique beings. We all are all individual universes living within a universe of one mindness, governed by one, what we call God. One source, but all individual universes manifesting as that source, as expressions of that source. So there has been this effort to create this idea of success through the living up to something that is outside of ourselves and usually governed by someone with a motive, with a capitalistic motive. And because we've been conditioned in a capitalistic society, that gives us a food pyramid to follow and says, this is of good health, instead of teaching you how to learn your body, instead of teaching you how to determine what is healthy for you by learning who you are and what you're made of, your blood type, your genetics, the science of you. We're going to give you a food pyramid. You eat this standard food pyramid, you are healthy. But that food pyramid has been found to have an alignment with a few capitalistic purposes. We're going to give you a standard in schools. Live up to this standard. That makes you smart. We get excited when we have honor roll and we have all A's to live up to this standard. But this standard is not according to what you need for your destiny, for your purpose, for your passion, for what drives you. No, it's to live up to a standard of a certain society that needs you to fit into a certain standard of society. We're going to give you standards of beauty, standards of health. You must be this BMI in order to be healthy. You must be this, all these standards. We've been conditioned in this type of way. Understand? And so that subtly does something to the mind that programs you to something external. And now you become dependent upon all of these things until you look up and you're not happy. You're not at peace. You feel lost. You feel like there has to be something more. What am I really here for? And so now these industries that teach people how to find their purpose become very lucrative because many were never taught that the purpose of life, the sole purpose of life here, is for you to be you in the best way. Shine your light. Be as happy as you can be. Be as peaceful as you can be. Be as tuned as you can be. And shine your light in the best way possible. That is your full purpose. And in order to find how to do that, then tune into your inner guidance system that will show you your way. That will show you the way. This is not what was focused on as a child. How do you tune in to how you feel? How do you what is intuition? How do you pay into intuition? How do you pay attention to your intuition? How do you know when it's self that's driving you and not your inner guidance system that's driving you? How do you get to a place where you can develop an environment within your very being that will be able to hear spirit, that will be able to commune with spirit? How do you pay attention? How does nature teach us? Many of us didn't start hearing these concepts until what age? Somebody tell me, what age did you start hearing these type of concepts? And started to understand. Instead, we're given religion. Instead, we're indoctrinated with a religion we don't understand. We're given a book telling us to read this book. It gives you the rules to life. No one taught us how to read the book for real, for real. So we take it literally and we're misunderstanding it. And now it's just growing that miseducation and misunderstanding and ignorance. Somebody said I was yesterday years old. Lord help us. Why am I expressing this? Understand that as we continue to grow in understanding how much we are not this physical thing, and how much all of these things outside of us are merely physical expressions of the source, which resides in us and in everything all around us. As we continue to grow in that, there will be challenges of the mind. How many of you have difficulty sometimes with your faith? How many of you sometimes have difficulty with yielding not to the temptation to doubt or fear? How many of us have difficulties of the double-mindedness? How many deal with double-mindedness sometimes? We don't know which way to go. We get confused. It's gonna be there. That challenge will be there. But I tell you, the reason why I continue to emphasize, be overcomers. Be overcomers, because each time you overcome, you become stronger. Each time you decide that I'm gonna go with the way of truth. I'm gonna go with the reality of God. I'm gonna go with positive thoughts. I'm gonna go with affirmative thoughts. I'm going to go with renunciating and denying those error thoughts, those doubtful thoughts, fearful thoughts, angry thoughts. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to resist ego in the moment, every time you do it, every time you take the opportunity to resist the ego, breathe, and drop into your heart space, you get stronger. Every time you push through the trigger and find and reconnect with your inner peace, I don't care how long it takes you, 3, 4, 5 days, every time you do it, you get stronger. You give the opportunity for God to talk to you, to teach you something, to see something. And every day, every moment, every hour, you choose to pray, to meditate. You get stronger and stronger and stronger. I have to say this in my session so much. How many years did you uphold the old way? Was it 20 years, 25 years, 35 years, 40 years, 50 years? But yet you want to give it 2 minutes of meditation for a few months and think you just supposed to be cleansed of all of these seeds that have been planted that are not divine in nature. Come on. Keep uprooting them so you know and you feel and you can tell that those seeds have been uprooted and withered away. Because you can feel the new seeds taking root and blooming within you, because you feel the peace, you feel the love, you feel the understanding, you feel the poise, you feel the patience, you can feel it. If you don't feel it, keep digging for them roots to them seeds that have been planted that are not divine in nature. Ashe? Until they uprooted. How do we dig? How do we dig out those roots? How do we clean out that so that we can clean out our garden and plant in new soil? How do we do that? We do that through our earnest prayers, through our meditations, through listening to the inner guidance system. When the inner guidance system has you feeling that trigger, but you are choosing to be positive. You are choosing to watch your words. You are choosing to watch your thoughts. Every time you do it, you're digging up those roots of lack, those roots of insecurity that has you to seek outside validation. The minute you stop feeling like you gotta prove yourself to somebody, you know that that root of insecurity has been uprooted. And now seeds of the true security, the security that comes with knowing I'm a divine being, perfect at nature. By nature, I come into this experience as pure positive light, perfect at nature. The validation that I seek is my presence in presence. That's how I seek validation. When I can feel like I am present in presence, that validates me. What else can validate you so strongly but being present in presence? Presence. The omniscient, the all-knowing, the all-powerful, the greatest protector, the fortress, the refuge, the Lord of it all. As you seek refuge in that, that's your validation. How will you seek refuge in a paycheck? Come on, somebody. You seeking refuge in a job? You seeking refuge in a man? You seeking refuge in a woman? In dollars? How can you seek refuge in it? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Can we seek refuge in those things? Have you ever sought refuge in something and that thing got pulled off from under your feet? Am I the only one that have experienced that? Because Lord knows I have. Many of us in relationships, on jobs, all type of things, because we are seeking refuge in things out external to us. And terrified if God says, I don't want that for you. Terrified. And we would choose hell because of our fear of following spirit, which is always leading us to the promised land. But we, like the slaves that was captured by Pharaoh, the minute it get hard, the minute it don't look like what we wanted to look like, what we thought it should look like, what we think it should look like, what our friends say it should look like, what our family say it should look like, we would rather go back to Pharaoh and be its slave than to stand firm, try God. Well, at least I know what I'm getting over here. Come on, somebody. Oof. Lord, give us strength. May we be courageous. May we detach. May we detach from the need to see it, to know all the answers. Plant a seed of firm, strong courage in us right now. Give us strength from the inside. May a seed of strength be planted in our hearts, the center of our consciousness. And may it grow, bloom, may it take root in our hearts. May those roots grow through our veins so that the word of God, the truth of God, the understanding of God, the reality of God can speak to us in our hearts. May we be able to hear its voice talking to us in our moments of fear when that whisperer comes in, speaking things of fear and doubt. May that voice be louder so that we can be courageous to move through, so that we can see you, so that we can see it, so that we can see God in all of our dealings, in all of our territory. Give us the strength so that we can see God. Give us the strength so that we can try God. May all fear be washed out of our hearts. May our breath, every time we inhale, may our heart expand. And may every time we exhale, may it clean out all the fear, all the doubt. May every name that you have, may every time we breathe in and out, each name is watered within our being, within our soul, within our heart. Ashe. 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 Oh, amen. 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 Fear is very real. Listen. Woo. Fear is real. I get it. I get it. You got to push. And you're not going to be able to do that just because you want to. The way that you're able to get past fear is the word of God, the truth. You got to talk to your heart, talk to your mind, talk to yourself. Talk to your baptize your situations. Before you make that phone call, before you fill out that application, before you go, baptize your situations. Speak life, speak truth, bridle your tongue. Let nothing but truth, life come from your mouth, reside in your heart and your mind. Ashe. Ashe, we give thanks for that word today. May we be courageous. May we be courageous on our journey. May we be always ready, always willing to pray, to meditate, to study the word, to study truth, to study life, to pay attention, to listen, to sit down, to be quiet. May we be humbled. May we be able to lower ourselves so that we can hear, so that God can do his work through us, so that our light can shine, so that we can feel the peace of God flowing through us. Shame. Thanks. All right, let's get some meditation in before we hop off. Woo! Give thanks for the word. Give thanks for the word. Give thanks for the word. Set the intention for this meditation to allow us to open our hearts, clear our minds, release the tension, release the emotions that keep us bound, so that we can be light. As light beings, it is for us to be light. So God can speak to our hearts so that we can hear, so that we can see, so that we can feel. That is our intention for this meditation. You don't have to see me, but you do need to hear me. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Slowing down the breath. Let's just start with the breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's do that a few times until you feel your body relaxing. As you inhale, feel the chest expand. As you exhale, slow that breath down and relax. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Now the hips to relax, the legs relax. Now inhale through the nose slowly and completely, and exhale through the nose at your own pace. Just making sure the inhale and exhale is through the nose, slow as you can do. No need to rush. Be gentle. Be relaxed. As you breathe in mercy. Exhale fear. Breathe in peace. Exhale sadness. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale dissatisfaction. Breathe in patience. Exhale impatience. Breathe in courage. Exhale fear. Breathe in abundance. Exhale the illusion of lack. Breathe in all the aspects and realities of God. Breathe out all error thoughts and emotions. Take your time. As you are relaxed, with the breath as slow as possible, feel that inner peace as you allow yourself to breathe deeply and relax. This inner peace, walk with this peace as you go about your life as mothers, daughters, sons, fathers, employers, employees, colleagues. As you fulfill all of these responsibilities and labels of life, be at peace. Be poised. Yearn for nothing. Be slow to anger. Be ready for reconciliation. Seek truth and light in all situations. When tension arises, take a moment and breathe. Be slow to react. Have a desire to be light, to feel light and be light. There is no need for fear. There is no need for you to rush. Time is an illusion. What is time to the Almighty? No time has been wasted. Your life, you are right on time. You are in the place that you should be in this moment. Value your journey. Give thanks for your path. Give thanks for all of the experiences, the blessings and the lessons. Release resentment. Release the insecurity. Take hold to your peace, grace, mercy. These are all our promises. Allow the promises of life and live on purpose. As we close, take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep, deep, deep. Hold that breath. And exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Hold that breath. And exhale. One more time. We're going to make it count. Deep breath in. Hold that breath. And exhale. We give thanks. All right. We give thanks. Thank you so much. Come back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Give yourself a little stretch. Thanks for the moment. Let's close with a word from Baba Muju. Remember, if you desire to give love offerings or show your support to OU Ministries, you may do so at the very site, the page that you went to tune in. There are a few ways that you can give. I pray that your heart feels light. I pray that you feel at peace. Inner peace is nothing like inner peace. Oh, it's nothing like inner peace. It is nothing like inner peace. Am I right? It is nothing like inner peace. Indeedy, oh my gosh, hey girl. It's nothing like inner peace. Ashe. It is nothing like inner peace. But we give thanks for inner peace. Know that, listen, you are loved. You are light. You are blessed. You are eternal. You have infinite access to grace. Listen to that. To mercy, to peace, to flow, to ease, to all the goodness of this life, all that came before it, all that will come after it. You have infinite access to it. Here, before now, and after your existence, the access remains. Oh goodness, we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. All right, let's get a word from Baba Muji. I see your phone numbers. Listen, I will put that in. So just stay tuned for a second. If you want me to put you in the group chat room, that's open to the community, please leave your phone number as a direct message to me. So if you don't want people to see your phone number. And again, if you'd like to give love offering to OU Ministries, please do go to the same page on my website, the Sunday Fellowship page. There are 3 ways that you can give it. Thank you so much for your gifts and your offerings, your support, the financial support. It is appreciated. And may it come back to you tenfold. All right, here we go. This is on, for those who have the book, this is White Fire, by the way. I read from it pretty much every Sunday. It's on page 115. The passage is 236. It reads, the whole world has got it wrong. You think you did something wrong, and you have spent so much time trying to correct it. Yet somehow, all this is in the mind of God, who creates all this potential, creates all these colors and paints and all these pictures. Somehow there is a place for every stroke. You, consciousness, are God's paintbrush. The world is your canvas. You are also his living work of art. Delight in the knowing of this. Ashe. I'm going to read that one more time. The whole world has got it wrong. You think you did something wrong, or there's some right that you need to do, or there's some wrong you did before, or that your mama did, or your grandmama did, or they're wrong, or he's wrong, and he's right, and this is right, and you're wrong, and I'm right, and you're wrong. And you have spent so much time trying to get it right. Yet somehow, all this is in the mind of God, who creates all this potential, creates all these colors and paints, all these pictures. Somehow, there is a place for every stroke. You, consciousness, are God's paintbrush. The world is your canvas. You are also his living work of art. Delight in the knowing of this. Ashe, you are God's living work of art. Ashe, affirm, I am God's living work of art. 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 You hear that? Living work of art. If it's living, it's not standing still, it's not stagnant, it's not going by a straight line, it's not just, no, it's growing and flowing and cycles and seasons and blooming and dwindling and planting and rooting and blossoming and living work of art. If you believe that you are, oh, that feeds my soul. If you have it in your knowing that I am God's living work of art, will you ever feel stuck? Will you ever feel like, oh, this was so bad? If you are God's living work of art, would you envy another man? Would you want what somebody else want? If you, oh my gosh, are God's living work of art, not only are you God's canvas, listen to that. Look how beautiful that word is. He said, you, not only are you God's paintbrush, that's what he said. Not only are you God's paintbrush for this world, which is God's canvas, not only are you the paintbrush, but you are also a living work of art. Listen to the depth of that word. He says, walk with this knowing. Walk with this knowing. Gosh, give thanks. Give thanks for the word. Thank y'all so much for joining me this Sunday. I pray you have a beautiful week. I'm here at Oyun Botanical Gardens on Sundays till 4 p.m. So if you're in Atlanta, you want to stop by, you can. You can definitely stop by. I would love to see you. I'm here. I'll be outside doing some planting and moving some things around. But I appreciate love you all as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I have such a good time on Sundays vibing with you all. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for so much for those who are showing your love through love offering. Thank you so much for those who show your love through prayers, through your support in all ways, shapes, or form. Thank you so much. I give thanks for this time we've had together. May the feeding to our soul be accepted and be given thanks for. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Ashe. Ashe. Give thanks. Give thanks.